Welcome guys. Now we have our application running and now we are going to create our endpoint, and our first endpoint is to create and list all the banks. Okay, now we're going to first import this from REST framework, import generics and status, and then we're going to import REST framework.response, import response, and then we are going to use this in the future, so you need to import it. REST_framework.views, import API view, and then we're going to import all the modules and then all the serializers. It is advised most of the time that you import the models that you're going to use in this section. So you don't need to import all the modules, but in this tutorial, I would advise you in the future to have your models. You specify the models which you are going to import, and then also you can specify the serializers that you're going to import. So let us first create our first API view. So we're going to say class banks API view. Then we're going to use generics dot list create API view. You can learn about this from these generic views from the link here, drf Django. Search generic views. Now let us implement this and I show you how this works. So when we are using this view, we add query set, then equals bank dot objects dot all, and then we must have a serializer class. Serializer class, which is the bank serializer. We have this from here, and then after creating this view, we can go to URLs and then import the view. Bank API view. Let's see how we're bank. Yeah, let me just remove this. We can just use this in plural. Banks API view. Banks API view. Why is it not responding? Banks API view. Let me just copy all of this. So we have our view. We have imported our view. So you're going to do URL. Then banks. Okay, banks. So we can use this endpoint to get all the banks, or we can create all. We can create a bank instance. Okay. Now let us open Postman. So we should know that when you are making this request, when you are creating a bank, we must provide the following we must provide the following, that is the name of the bank and then the branch. Okay, now since the bank needs a branch, we will have to create a branch. So up here we can create a class branches API view, we list create, then query set is branch, then serializer class, branch serializer, then we will have then we can have branches API view, import branches view, branches API view, the name, that is branches. Okay, now we have our API view. We have two endpoints. We have an endpoint for branches and banks. Let's go to Postman and let us create a new collection, which is called banking system API. Okay, so we have that collection. So our collection is empty. Okay, remove this, and this, and this. Where do we have a banking system in our collection? So we'll create a request. So our first request will be post, then local post 8000 API branches, then put a /, then body, it's going to be HTTP, then body, we'll use form data here. So what do we need to make this request? Let us go to our models, branch. We need to have a name, address, and branch code. Name, address, and branch code. So name, address, code. Okay, make sure that they are the same with the fields. Then what is the name of the branch? Let's say Nairobi. Then address, address will be, let's say Nairobi 2. Let's put something different. So Nairobi, then it's put Ngong. Then branch code 001. So let us try to make this request. Let's make sure our server is running. Okay, make sure that our server is running. We create Python py create super user. Okay, let us check into the bank system. Then create user, call it admin at example.com. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we created a super user. We can access the Django admin. Localhost 8000 admin. And let's just log in. Okay, we haven't registered our models. Okay, I'm going to register them. Okay, I'm going to register models here. Let us import our models from .models import branch bank. Then we register our models. Admin dot register. Let us see if the branch will show up. Okay. No, it should be like site. It's admin dot site register branch. So we have this. Okay. I'm going to show you how we are going to fix this. You see, it is branch in plural. It's supposed to be branches, but it is branch S. Let us register the same. Admin register bank. Yep, we have the banks and branches. Now let us see if the branch that we created using Postman has been created in the database. We have our branch here. It has been created. So we are good. Now let us make another request. Let us save this request, where we are going to name this request as create branch. Then we save. Then we create another request, add request. Then we copy this. This will be a get method. Okay. Get branches or branch list, or get branch list. Then we can send a request. We have our endpoint is working. Now we have created a post method for branch and for creating a branch, and then we have a get method for getting all the branches. Okay, now we want to implement a method that we want to get a branch detail. Okay, let us go back to views, and then we are going to use this. Let us check retrieve update destroy. So this is really convenient. This provides get, put, patch, delete. So we can get the instance, we can update the instance, we can update the instance details also, we can delete. So let us implement this class branch detail API view. So we have this, looks good. This is for getting a branch instance. Let us use this. Put a comma there, and then the name branch detail API view. Then we have it. Then we need to import it here. Okay, branches. Okay, branches. I had a typo there, so let's correct this. That looks good. Now, this is a regular expression. It will be an integer, so whenever we want to get a branch by its ID, that's when we get a branch detail. Now we're going to go to Postman, update this. I can duplicate this and then rename it to branch. So if I want to, I'll use this endpoint plus bank detail API. So we are using retrieve, update, destroy. So this endpoint can get, update, and also destroy. Then we're going to import this in the URLs. Okay. Then we are going to, this is a bank detail, so it's going to be this way. We get a bank detail. So we have created an endpoint for getting a bank detail and also an endpoint for listing all the bank, creating a bank. Now let us create a bank. You already know that we have created a branch, so the parameters that are required for this, let me see, let's copy this, I duplicate this, and then I will rename this to create bank, banks, then the body, form data, let's use form data. So what parameters do we need here? Let's go to the models, and we have the name and the branch, so that's what we need. And also make sure in the serializers you have that. We require all the fields. Okay, that's cool. Name and then branch. Let's move this. Then we're good to go. So what is the name of the bank? National Bank of Kenya Limited. Which branch? The branch ID number 1. Now let us make this post request and see if it's working. Here we have a response. So we have created a bank. Banks. We have created a bank. That's good. Let us go back here. We don't have an endpoint for getting a specific bank. Let us duplicate this. And then we can rename this. We can change the method that we're going to use. Then get bank, get banks, get bank list. Then save it. We can rename this to banks. Save it. Body, we don't need a body here, so don't need a body. Let's move this. Let us make a request. You have a response. This is a list of the banks, so we have only one bank. In conclusion, we have created all of these endpoints. We have create branch, create bank, get bank list, get branch list, get branch detail. Okay. Now we can even add more endpoints. We want to delete a branch detail. Just duplicate this, and it's delete branch, delete branch detail. Let's save this. I've made a request and deleted that branch. Now let us go and find that if there is a branch existing. There is no branch existing. Okay. Now let us create a branch. We have created a branch. Now let us create another, duplicate this, put branch. So in this method, whenever you want to update a branch, which parameters do we require? Let us look at these parameters. We need name, address, branch code. Okay, so we can add parameters here. Name, address, branch code. Name, Barclays Bank of Kenya Limited. Address, oh, it's a branch, so we must have a location. So which location can we? Let's say New York, New York, New York, New York. Okay. I don't live in New York, but let me just put a random address. To be precise, let me just look at New York. Area names, okay. So you can put Albany. The branch code is 001. So let us see if we have a branch existing in the database. Do you have a branch? We have this one, Nairobi Gone. The branch code is 001. We expect that this changes to whatever we have added there. So let us update this branch detail. Okay, it has not been found because we deleted it. So probably this branch that has been created again is number 2. Yep, there you have it. You see, it has changed. We have updated this branch. This is how the put method works. We have created delete, and put. We can for this endpoint. For this endpoint, retrieve, update, and destroy. We have implemented all those methods for the branch. Now we are going to do the same for the bank. Okay. Branch put, delete. Okay, let us duplicate this. Duplicate that. Instead of branch, it is bank. Save. Rename the name. Delete bank details. Okay, that's good. Okay, bank details. Okay, this is delete bank detail. This was supposed to be update branch detail, and then we have this update bank detail, update bank detail, bank, save it. So what do we need to update in a bank detail? Let us look at our models with PY. We need to update the name and the branch. So the branch is a foreign key, so this will be an integer. This one will be a string. So name, bank name. So it's supposed to be in the body name. That's cool. You can have Barclays Bank Limited. Address supposed to be branch. Let's move this branch. Should be ID number 2. Remove this. Shouldn't be there. So let us update following bank. We have bank number. We don't have a bank, so let us create one. Bank. Branch number 2. Send request. Okay. Bank ID number 2. So let us update this bank ID number 2 to this Barclays Bank. Okay. Let's see what's the name of the bank. National Bank. Let us update it to Barclays Bank, branch number 2. There you go. We have that. Let's go to the backend interface and see. We have this changed. We have all of this. Let us arrange our endpoints. Anything belonging to the branch in one place. Okay, get branch list. Okay, get bank list. Okay. We don't have an endpoint to get a bank detail. That's good. Bank should be ID number 2. Get bank detail. There you go. Let's make a request. The endpoint is working. We can get a bank instance. We have created all of these endpoints. So at your free time, just go through them and you just practice. Today we have learned how to use the generic views. Now, to my conclusion, we have created how many endpoints? We have created like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have created 10 endpoints. So these endpoints have different functionalities. So guys, in the next video, I'm going to show you how we are going to create the rest of the endpoints. And it was really nice to have you today, and have a nice time. And don't forget to subscribe and also support my YouTube channel so that I can create more content like this. See you in the next video and have a nice day.